Hello everyone. Today we are going to continue with our chapter 1, and today we will be learning how to write simple C programs using arithmetic operators. So at the end of this chapter you will be able to write programs using arithmetic operators. Now these are the list of programs that we are going to study in this session today. Program to find area of a rectangle, then program to find simple interest, then program to convert rupees to paise, and lastly program to find volume of a cone. Let us now start with our first program. So I have opened my Turbo C and I have this new file over here. We are going to work upon the first program, that is program to find area of a rectangle. So what I have written is the documentation section. Then in the documentation section I can also write the name of the author, and I can also write the version of this program as well as the date. So this part is my documentation section. Now we start with our link section. So we write the name of the header files. So I have included both header files, stdio.h and conio.h. Now we write our main method. Now before we start writing the main program, we will decide upon what is the input required for finding area of a rectangle, what is the process that we are going to follow, and what will be the output. So you see, the formula for area of a rectangle is length multiplied by breadth. So in this case, length and breadth are input and area is the output. So here in the main method, now we start writing our variables. Now we need to decide upon whether these variables will be of type integer or float or long. Okay, so let us say I am going to use the data type for length and breadth as float. So I declare now the variable as float. Now you see, length is the name of the variable and float is the data type. So the variable name should follow rules of identifiers. So I have declared the variable length and now I am declaring the variable breadth. Now we also declare one more variable for holding the area of the rectangle. So we declare that variable also as with the name area. Now we write the function clear screen so that our screen is cleaned. Okay. Then we write a message to the user asking him to input what is the length and what is the breadth. So we tell him enter the length and the breadth. Now after having printed the message, what will the user do? The user will try to input length and breadth. So now I say scanf %f Why %f? Because we are taking input in terms of float. So within double quotes we are writing %f and again %f, ampersand, and length and breadth. So I have taken input in the variables, that is length and breadth. Now we write our next statement, that is our processing. So here we say area is equal to length multiplied by breadth. And then we print what is the area. So we say printf area is %f area. So here I am printing the value of area. Now you see I have given here /n. /n indicates new line. So /n is an escape sequence. Okay. So /n stands for new line, means it will leave one line and then print the message area is. And now we say get ch, so that the screen is held. And now we save this program. So to save this program we press F2. So when I press F2 it will ask me for the name. So here I'll give my name p3.c. Remember your programs should end with .c extension. Now program is written. Now we have to compile it. So for compilation shortcut is Alt F9. Okay, so when I press the shortcut I get success. Now suppose I don't put a semicolon here after get ch, and I save the program and I again compile it. Alt F9. You see I am getting errors. So what are these errors telling me? Statement missing semicolon, compound statement missing curly bracket. Okay, so now we have to look at what these errors mean. So here it is giving me error on line number 19. Okay, so now we go back to our program. So I have closed that window. Now we again correct our program. We put a semicolon after get ch and we again save it. F2, and then we again compile it, Alt F9, and now I get success. So you see you have to save your program every time you make changes and compile it every time. And now we run this program. So shortcut for running the program is Control F9, or else you can go to the run menu and from there you can choose run. So you see here I am getting run menu and I say run. Now see I get error, illegal character. So somewhere I have written this character. So here is the character. This I need to delete. And then again we save it. And then again we compile it. And now we run it. So now it is asking me what is the length and what is the breadth. So since we have given data type as float, we will give the numbers in terms of fractional part. So I give my length as 6.7 and breadth as 8.9, and then we get the area of the rectangle. So this is your program to find area of a rectangle. Now we will move on to the next program. So now we have to create a new file. So we go to the file menu and we choose new. Okay, and this screen, if you want to maximize it, you go to the window menu and choose zoom. Okay, now we start writing the documentation section. So we say program to find simple interest. So now let us find out what is the formula for simple interest. What is the input that we need? So we know that simple interest is principal amount multiplied by number of years multiplied by the rate of interest, and this whole thing we need to divide by 100. So this is the formula for finding simple interest. So now according to the formula, the input will be principal amount, number of years, and rate of interest. So now let us start writing the main method. So I am again including my header files stdio.h and conio.h, and I write the main method. Now we need to decide the data type for principal amount, number of years, and rate of interest. So we can say principal amount is long int, number of years is int, and rate of interest is float or double. So let us say I have declared long int as principal, then float or say double rate of interest, and int value for number of years. So we have taken here 3 different data types. Okay, now we also need to declare one more variable for holding simple interest. So you see, when I multiply this long int and double and integer, okay, double means it will have a fractional part. Long int and int may not have a fractional part. So the output will be in terms of fractional part. So we can take it as double simple interest. Now we clean the screen, clear screen. Now we give a message to the user asking him to enter the principal amount. So now I'm going to take input one by one. So principal amount is long int. So for long int we have the format as %LD. Then we again ask the user to enter the rate of interest, number of years, so we can say enter the number of years and rate of interest. And now we scan it up. So we say scanf. Now you see, number of years is integer, rate of interest is double. So for integer we say %d, and for double we say %LF, and number of years and rate. Then we now put the formula over here. So we say simple interest is principal amount into number of years into rate, and this whole thing is divided by 100. Okay, and now we print the simple interest. So we say simple interest is %LF comma SI, and then get CH, which will hold my screen. Now we save this program by pressing F2, and now I give the name as P4.C. Now let us compile it, Alt F9, and now let us run it, Control F9. So I am giving principal amount as 20,000. Now you see it has not asked me number of years and rate of interest. Okay, so let us see our program. Yeah, you see here I have given a space in %LD. So this space is not required. Okay, now after I change my program, I will again save it and again compile it, and again run it. Now again I give 20,000. Now you see it is asking me for number of years and rate of interest. So I say number of years is 6 and rate of interest is say 9.8. Now using this input it will do the calculation and it will give me the value of simple interest. Okay, so this is the way you write a program for finding simple interest. Now let us do one more program. So we say file, new, and again zoom it. Now the next program is to convert rupees to paise. Okay, so now how many rupees make how many paise? So we know that 1 rupee is 100 paise. So here the conversion factor is 100. So now what is the user going to give us? The user is going to give me value in rupees and I have to tell him how many paise. So let us now again start with our header files. Okay, now here rupees and paise, they are both integers, whole numbers. Okay, so we will declare two variables, int rs rupees and paise. Now we tell the user to enter the value in rupees. So here I am giving a message, enter the value in rupees, and then we scan it up, %D and rupees. Now we have to find value of paise, so we say paise equal to, now you see I have written here variable name as rupees, RS, and in scanf I am writing the full word rupees, so this will give me error. Okay, so I have to make sure that I use proper variable names whatever I am using. So I say RS into 100, and now we print the message that %D rupees is equal to %D paise. So the first %D is for the rupees value and the second %D is for the paise value. Okay, and now we say get ch. Now we save this program. F2. So let us save it as p5.c. Now let us compile it. Alt F9. Now suppose I make here this variable name as rupees, and I again now save it and I compile it. What I get is error, undefined symbol rupees. So this is an error at line number 10. Okay, so after reading the error we get to know that okay, I have not defined something called as rupees. Okay, so now we close this error window and check out that here I have written rupees, so I will now make it RS. Then again save it and again compile, and now let us run it. So if I give input as 5, it will say 5 rupees is equal to 500 paise. So this is the program for converting rupees to paise. Now we will move on to the next program. So the next program is to find volume of a cone. The formula for volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r square h. So r square means radius into radius. So it is like 1/3 multiplied by pi multiplied by radius, and again multiplied by radius multiplied by height. So now here you see I have written 1/3. In C language 1/3 is integer divided by integer. 1 is integer and 3 is also integer. So in this case it will give me answer as 0, and therefore the whole formula will give me the answer as 0. So when I am writing my formula, I should write 1.0 divided by 3.0 such that I will get a number which is in floating point. Okay, like 0.333, like that. So it is important that when you are dividing integer by integer, the answer is integer. But if you want a floating point number, then you have to divide it by a floating point number. Okay, so integer divided by float will give you float. Floating point divided by float will also give you float. Okay, so sometimes what happens, we assume that okay, 1 by 3 it will give me as 0.33 something, but it will give you 0 and the whole answer becomes 0. Now let us write the func code. So I have written here stdio.h and conio.h, and now I write the main method. Now in the main method I will declare pi, radius and height. So I will say my pi is double, radius is also double, and height is also double. So if all are double, answer will also be in double, that is volume. Now here we can assign a value to pi as 3.14. Okay, since we have not learned the concept of constant yet, so we will take pi with a predefined value without using the const keyword. Okay, we will learn the concept of const in the next session. Now I say clear screen. Now I ask the user enter the radius and the height. Then we say scanf. Now you see radius and height, they are both double. So for double the format is LF and radius and height. Now let us find the volume. So we say volume is equal to 1.0 divided by 3.0, then multiplied by pi, and this multiplied by radius, again by radius, and then by height. And now we print the volume. So I say volume is %LF, comma volume, and then we say get ch. Now let us save this program. So I am saving it with p6.c, and now let us compile it. Okay, so we got success, and now let us run it. So it is asking me to enter height and radius. So I say 5.6 is the radius, 7.8 is the height. So it will use this value and find out the volume. So this is what we have for today. So today we have learned how to write programs in C language. That's all for today. Thank you.